Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into something pretty wild today. Think white label supplements meets TikTok entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it's this promise, isn't it? That basically anyone can become a supplement mogul, like almost instantly.
It sounds almost too easy. Pick a product, put your brand on it, hit launch. That's the pitch.
Right. So our mission today, our deep dive, is looking at platforms like Supliful. How they work, sure, but maybe more importantly, what kind of, well, chaos they might be fueling in the wellness market.
But what really jumps out from the sources is how they just remove all the usual hurdles. It's not just drop shipping clothes, it's creating products.
Exactly. So suddenly, you, listening right now, could theoretically start selling vitamins tomorrow. No factory needed, no warehouse full of stock.
And crucially, maybe no real expertise in supplements or health at all.
Which brings us to this idea we're calling algorithmic ambition.
Okay, explain that. What is algorithmic ambition in this context?
Well, it's basically when getting clicks, going viral on social media, making sales, that becomes way more important than whether the product is actually high quality or, backed by solid science.
So the goal shifts from health outcomes to just engagement and money.
Pretty much. But here's the twist, right? The platform enabling this, Supliful itself, it actually seems to work quite well operationally speaking.
Right, that's the tension. It's not some fly-by-night operation.
No, not at all. They handle the complicated parts. Getting things formulated from existing recipes, mind you, dealing with fulfillment, shipping, even making sure products meet basic FDA compliance.
Basic compliance meaning.
Meaning the ingredients listed are, generally what's in the bottle and it's considered safe to consume. They actually have pretty good reviews, like 4 stars across hundreds of ratings.
Well, wait, reviews from who? The person selling the stuff or the person taking it? And what are they reviewing?
Good question. It's mostly the entrepreneurs, the sellers. They're reviewing the service quality, the shipping speed, how easy the platform is to use.
Okay, so not necessarily reviewing whether the, I don't know, magnesium supplement actually helped their sleep.
Exactly. That's the critical point. Formulation here often just means picking a pre-made blend from a catalog. Protein powders, vitamin gummies, you name it. Supliful handles the logistics, which, hey, is great for the seller.
So you've got this smooth operation on the surface that might be enabling, well, potentially mediocre products underneath.
That's the concern.
Yeah.
The platform works, it's efficient, but the ecosystem it creates, well, the barrier to entry is just incredibly low. One source called it criminally low.
And that low barrier just opens the floodgates.
It really does. Suddenly, every influencer, maybe someone with just, say, 10,000 followers, thinks, hey, I can sell vitamins.
And they become a middleman, right? They might not know anything about how these ingredients work together or what the right dose is or anything, really.
Precisely. They're disconnected from the science.
Yeah.
The motivation is purely about marketing it well, not about the actual health benefit.
And what does that do to the market overall?
Well, you get this huge flood of products, oversaturation. It actually makes it harder for the brands that do invest in proper research and development to stand out. They're competing against slick marketing for potentially subpar stuff.
And you mentioned specifics about ingredient quality.
Yes, this was really interesting, looking at some of the gummy vitamin formulations. The sources pointed out that sugar and glucose syrup were often listed really high up, sometimes as the main ingredients, before the actual vitamins.
So you're basically selling candy
Yeah,
with a bit of vitamin dust sprinkled in.
kind of, yeah. And then it gets marketed as this premium wellness product. The customer thinks they're getting something really beneficial, not, glorified sweets.
Wow. And this still meets that FDA compliance standard.
It can, yes. Compliance mostly means safety and accurate labeling. It doesn't guarantee the product is effective or healthy or high quality. As long as they list the sugar correctly, they can be compliant selling a sugary gummy.
So it's this strange duality then, a legitimate, efficient platform that's kind of powering this whole ecosystem, where marketing hype seems to matter way more than actual health expertise.
Leaving consumers potentially buying rebranded stock products from someone who, maybe just learned about nutrition last Tuesday from a viral video.
It really shows how trust works online, doesn't it? You trust the influencer, their image, their vibe.
Yeah, not necessarily the product itself, because how could you even check that easily?
Which leads us to our final thought for you, the listener. Since so much relies on that digital trust, what actually happens to the idea of wellness expertise when making and selling these products gets totally separated from doing any real research or having a genuine passion for health, when all you need is followers.
Something to definitely mull over.